Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord Modded, and we are once again here fighting the Battanians. And I think actually it might make sense for me to make peace with the Southern Empire or Western Empire or one of the empires. I don't know. They're basically all on our case. And yes, okay, we're gonna have to pay 2,650, but I'm just thinking about. I'm thinking about what we can do to basically make it so that any single person, or shall we say faction, that tries to attempt any kind of war against us is thwarted by our diplomatic efforts. In other words, if we make it so that there's always a 1 versus 1 situation on our hands, we're always going to have the upper hand in some way or another because, well, I mean, obviously we are the player, so the player generally does tend to have a little bit more intelligence, in my case at least, a small amount, 1% more intelligence than the AI. And, some of the time we can make some rather ingenious moves. But now here's the thing, if we make peace with the Western Empire, that means I can focus on Battania. That means we can make sure that the Western Empire doesn't do anything else, and we can kind of ignore them for the most part. And I only have to pay them 2,600, which is not really that big a deal. I mean, over time, obviously, that's going to make a pretty significant difference. But at the moment, if we were to take a variety of different Battanian fiefs, that's going to offset the amount of cash that we're giving to the Western Empire anyway. So I'm actually going to propose this. They're saying no. Can I push this through? I can push it through. Okay, fantastic. I was really worried about that, actually, real quick. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. Do you think I can actually push it through? Yes, it seems like I can. So that's really nice. So now what we can do is we can change our war strategy to offensive. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to change our war strategy to offensive. I'm going to go in here versus these guys, and we're going to help Charas. You can see here that I am actually joined by the garrison, which is infinitely helpful. And that means that we don't have to fight them by ourselves, which is actually great. So let's see what I can do here. We have a massive amount of archers, by the way, so I'm probably going to try and leverage those as much as we possibly can. Where are the enemy? Okay, they're all the way over there, 300 yards, meters, whatever, away. And oh, this is a fantastic place to fight. I love these particular maps, the ones by the coast. Anything by the coast, I'm always like, wow, this is really picturesque. I feel like the trees are really nicely done as well. And I know, it's kind of weird for me to say that kind of stuff because generally you wouldn't expect to see picturesque landscapes or anything like that in a war simulation game, or basically it's kind of like that, I guess. But yeah, it's super nice to actually have environments that are nice to look at in these situations. Anyway, I'm going to tell my cavalry and my horse archers to charge in, and I'm going to get out my bow and do a little bit of bowing, yes. Not bowing, but bowing, indeed. Yes, that is very much a word, not. But yeah, anyway. Hopefully my companions are going to do a good job. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, Kulan is coming in here. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him, thank you very much. Yeah, I should probably, someone actually mentioned that maybe I should get a two-handed and just increase my two-handed skill a little bit for the experience gain. And yeah, maybe that would be an idea, because at the moment, most of my skills, I guess you could call them, are maxed out in a pretty significant manner, so it's kind of difficult to gain any experience at this point. If all my learning rates are, shall we say, well, 0, then obviously I'm not going to be gaining any experience whatsoever at all. But yeah, I'm thinking we're losing a lot of people right now. We are losing a lot of people. I actually wonder if we're going to have any deaths. Okay, hopefully not. Ooh, got myself murdered. I got myself murdered super badly right there. I was very taken aback by how many Battanian Fian champions they literally had in their army composition. This is exactly the kind of situation that we are very worried about, but I think we're good. Yeah, I think we are actually good. Now, bear in mind, I am going to take the advice of some of you, and I'm going to add a couple more units to my army, because you can see here that not many of our units are actually leveling up anymore, because there are just not enough of them. Because we have so many companions, that all the companions are getting the kills, and we are not really seeing many of the regular units being promoted any further, and obviously that's not particularly good, so we are going to need to do something about that. Anyway, there's a nice victory for us. Let's take a look at my own army, and it doesn't look as though any of the companions have died. I'm actually super surprised about this. I mean, how many of them were lost? 41, I guess? Yeah, 41 of them, and not one of them died? That's kind of strange. That is actually super weird. I don't even know what's going on there, but okay. Anyway, let's allow our forces to, well, allow their forces to escape. And then we will place all these prisoners in the garrison, or in the dungeon. And there we go. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, fantastic. We've literally had a child. Okay, that is great. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not able to... Oh, I can actually go to the dungeon. Oh, I can't donate prisoners. Huh. Why can I not donate prisoners? Do they have too many? Or am I just unable to do that? Maybe I just have too many to be able to do it. Oh, well, I'll just sell them then. Atilon is here as well, so we might as well get him to join us. And we increased our roguery skill. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. Okay, so now we have had a child, so hopefully he's gonna do a good job. I mean, eventually. Because it's gonna take him a while, isn't it? Okay, notables of villages give +1 extra troop when successfully forced for volunteers. Okay, yes, probably not the best idea. Defeated villagers and caravans give 5% more access to the inventory. This is actually really cool. I think they have remade the roguery skills a little bit. Because it feels to me like these are a little bit more oriented towards banditry and being a bit of a scoundrel. And I like that. Because if you're obviously attempting to create a character that is very much based on being a bandit, then this obviously makes sense. I will go for... neither of these are actually looking particularly good. Villagers of your clan recover 20% faster. I'll take that. That seems decent enough, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're just going to go into my inventory. I did not want to go to my character screen again. But we're going to go over to the inventory. And I am going to make it so that Atilon gets a level up. Because obviously he has... nothing in riding skills, so I'm going to lock him, lock his horse at least, and then we're basically going to just check and see what he has. Okay, he's good at one-handed, so I will give him a shield, a terrible one, just so that he can get an automatic upgrade. And does he have anything else? Does he have throwing skill? He has polearm actually, so I could potentially give him polearms. Okay, let me see. Do I have a polearm available? I think I might. I have a two-handed axe. Yes, I do have a polearm. Fantastic. So there we go. I can give him a polearm and boom. Done. Look at that. I love the best auto-equip mod. It is really fantastic. Sometimes, obviously, it gets things wrong a little bit, but it's really nice to actually see that it's doing a good job with him. And now, this guy obviously does not want to use a horse, so we will just basically do the same thing with him, and then we'll just upgrade him. And he only needed a small upgrade with a cape. So that's kind of nice. All right, so yeah, as I said, I'm basically going to increase the size of my army. And we're going to get... I'm going to go for a bit of a compromise here, because a lot of people have said that maybe I should go for 200. Maybe I should go for somewhere around that in terms of numbers in my army. And I'm not entirely sure whether I should go so hard with that, because if I have all tier 6 units... it's going to be, I mean, a lot of fights are going to be trivialized as a result of that. But obviously, if we're fighting really large armies, then maybe not, you know, maybe not so much. Anyway, we have now had a child. Charas, hilariously enough, is his name. And it's kind of strange that Charas is his name because we have the Charas brothers, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a bit similar, you know, a bit similar to that. But yeah, look at that. We're actually almost clan tier 6 as well. Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look at this. Oh, okay, okay, apparently that's already a person. There's already a person called that in the game. Okay, that's kind of funny. All right, let me take a look. Yeah, yep, he has the reputation of being thoroughly conventional. That's good to know. That is very, very good to know. Okay, let's hope he, you know, levels up. Yes, let's hope he levels up relatively quickly. Okay, so Orticio is currently under siege. Let's have a look at our armies. They seem to be running over there. And who is currently besieging it? Let's take a look. Corain is currently besieging it, and they are now running in there. And no doubt they are doing a great job. Okay, are we all ready? I'm actually just going to make sure. Yep. Everyone seems to be relatively healthy, and so we can basically just go straight on in there. And yeah, I am actually going to be calling a couple of our party members. If there are still some party members to call, that is, I'm going to call some of them and ask them to join me so that I can steal some of, borrow some of their units, some of their high tier units, because obviously if we, you know, that was a good strategy that we used in the Berserker series and a bunch of other series as well, where basically if you provide some lower tier units, so I'm talking about recruits, tier 2, tier 3 units to party members, they will actually level them up faster than you can. So generally, I think I used this in the Ronin series as well quite prominently, and it was really nice because you could basically do whatever you wanted with your own time, and you didn't have to worry about leveling up your troops because you could just get a bunch of parties running out there, running around, and they would do the, you know, they would do the busy work for you, which would be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, pretty nice functionality. And I'm not entirely sure if they do it faster, like, you know, I'm not sure if it's part of the game mechanics for them to literally level up units faster, because it seems to me like they're very good at it. They are seemingly very, very powerful at leveling up units, but generally they do seem to have a much easier time than the player. So maybe there is something inherently better about them. Anyway, I'm going to tell these guys to go into a nice loose formation. I like the slow-mo. The slow-mo really makes a huge difference. I actually kind of wish that we could play a little bit more in slow motion. I know there is a mod that allows you to do that, but I don't know. I think for cinematic reasons, I think that would be very cool. But for obvious reasons, you know, doing that all the time, probably not the best idea, you know. It's going to get a bit tiresome. But yeah, for cinematic reasons, that would be super, super cool. Nice headshot right there, or in the neck. Should we say neck shot? Just going to be kind of staying out of the melee for the moment. Oh, hello there, sir. You really want to attack me? I am the leader of the Companion Corporation. Thank you. So I will thank you to leave me alone, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, seems like this is a much easier fight for us to take, generally because we just have so many units with us right now, you know, because we have Vidal's army and we have Thul's army and everything. And I actually wonder where his brother is, by the way. Where is his brother? Because we have made both of them clan leaders, and I'm kind of wondering where the other one is, because he seems to be a little bit passive, or maybe he's just joining his brother's army. That could be actually kind of a nice sentiment to have, I think. You know, if they're working together, even when they're both clan members, I think that would actually be really nice. But kind of wholesome, you know? Kind of wholesome. Anyway, let me see if I can maybe survive this particular fight. Ow. No, no, no! Oh, I knew that was going to hit. Yep, knew that was going to hit. These Falksmen are doing massive damage as well. Oh yeah, someone mentioned that I should probably... well, I may think about going and recruiting some Khuzait units, because we don't have any Khuzait units at the moment. And that is actually very true. However, it's just a little bit difficult for me to get over there at the moment. I mean, obviously, we're trying to defend against a variety of different opponents at the moment. Where, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, we made peace with the Western Empire, so we do have a little bit more time to spare. But we do kind of want to make a bit of a dent in the Batanians' territory at the moment, and we'll see. I would definitely like to do that, and I definitely think you are 100% correct about, you know, getting the getting some more Khuzad units, because obviously we have, I think we have one. Do we? No, I don't. I think we had one. I think we had one, but I put him in the garrison or something like that. So yeah, that obviously, well, he's never going to level up if I don't take him, right? Anyway, Polmark the Little has taken these guys prisoner. I'm going to be letting everyone else go. Seems like we have a relatively bad negative relation with one of these clans. I think it's probably because one of my parties has interrupted their raid, potentially, on one of our villages or something like that. I can assume that would be the reason. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take a quick look at our new friends here. This is actually a really good mace. I'm actually thinking of stealing one of these maces, to be honest, because I am currently using a bent Fullard cavalry mace, which has a relatively similar stat line. However, this is just slightly better, isn't it? Slightly better. Let me actually just have a quick look here. I think the swing speed is slightly better, isn't it? The handling, the swing speed, yeah, I mean, it's, well, quite obviously very minor. So let me just do that. There we go. And then we're going to give him my old one. And it's not going to be that big a deal for him, in my opinion. This is not going to be, you know, a huge difference or anything like that. I'm just going to give him that, and then he can just get an automatic upgrade. There we go. Yeah, so now he's using that. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. We're not taking something super good from him. You know, we're just taking a minor upgrade that basically gives us a small benefit. Anyway, there's Polmark. He's getting some new boots by the looks of things. I'm actually just going to equip everyone with some stuff. Wait a minute. Sorgar the Tracker? Why is he equipping a horse harness? Horse harness, even. Didn't I lock him? I thought I locked his... There he is. Okay, wait a minute. No. Never mind. Okay, he was just upgrading his horse harness. No, he is actually a person that can use his bow on horseback. As you can see, his bow is available to use on horseback, so that's absolutely fine. So he's more of a horse archer kind of guy. Does he have riding skill? Yeah, he has 200 in riding skill, actually. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, so that's perfectly fine. Let's continue onward. Let's go into our TCSL, the prisoners that we currently have. I should probably make a couple of extra clan leaders as well. Do I have any other towns to provide to people, by the way? Yeah, I have Askar, and I think that's basically it. Yeah, I didn't really... Oh, I have Iakis as well. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on very quickly over to Askar. I'm going to get a bunch of my troops out of the garrison there, and I'm also going to make a new clan leader. I think Her the Anvil, right? I think he's definitely proven himself. He is devious, though. I'm a little bit worried about that, to be honest. What about Sotherus? Isn't he someone that does something for us, though? Isn't he our quartermaster or something like that? Because he has 317 in Steward? I'm actually not entirely sure. What about Nolden, then? Yes, Nolden looks good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's ask Nolden whether he wants to be a clan leader. And he is Aserai as well, by the way. So his culture being Aserai actually makes sense for me to give him an Aserai fief. I'm going to be giving him... Iakis, I suppose. There we are. Okay. Yes, there we are. Nolden. Golden. Yes. Let's moving swiftly on. All right, so there you go. Fantastic. Look at that. We did a really, really good job right there. Okay, so I can now leave him alone. He's going to go off and do his own thing, and hopefully he's not going to get killed by these looters. I'm actually thinking I will just go in and auto-resolve against these guys super fast. We can rescue these... Do I care about rescuing these troops? Not particularly, actually. I really don't care about rescuing those troops. No offense, okay? If you want to take those guys and rescue them and sort them out and all that stuff, then that is obviously up to you. But I am way too busy to do that. So we're going to move on swiftly and go to Askar real fast. take out a bunch of units, because I am, as I said, going to compromise a little bit. I don't really want to go for a super large army. I'd like to go for an army that is large enough. Rugen the Bowman? Okay, I have no idea who that is, but sure. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take a bunch of tier 6 units. We're going to take, let's take some more Sturgeons, eh? Let's take some more Sturgeons, because we don't have too many of those. More Botanian Fian champions, some Imperials, some more Azerai sharpshooters, Vlandian sharpshooters, more of these Banner Knights, and some more of these Vanguards, I suppose, and these Azerai fellows too, and then we'll just take some veteran infantry. There we go. Okay, so I'm basically just compromising a little bit, because I don't want to take 200 units, because that's going to really make us very strong. And yeah, okay, you know, being strong against large armies certainly is a good idea, but here's the thing, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird line that we are treading at the moment, because on the one hand, I really don't want to turn this into a series that is just us completely stomping over every single AI that, you know, comes across us, because you've seen my difficulty settings, you know I'm playing on the highest difficulty possible. There's not much more I can do to make the AI difficult, you know, because I've already said in one of the very recent previous episodes that I have changed the way that the AI is, and in general they are going to be doing more damage, and we have a higher death chance for our companions, and so on. So it really is going to make a big difference. Anyway, I'm going to put another point into smithing here, for obvious reasons, and we're going to put another attribute point into cunning. That sounds good to me. All right. So now, let's see what we can do. I'm going to go back to Botanian territory now, and we're going to try and launch some attacks against them. Charas does appear to be under siege at the moment. I'm a bit worried about that, to be honest. I'm hopeful that it will not get taken, because we did defend it at the very beginning of this episode, and I would love for us to maintain control over it, but I obviously have no idea. I mean, it seems like, is Bidal actually going over there? No, he's not. You imbecile. What is he doing? Did you see that? Literally. He's not doing anything at all. He's basically just running around randomly. He was going over to besiege some castle. I have no idea why he decided to do that, but okay. I will go and see what is happening here then. Okay, yeah, that's actually a very large army. 700 units or something like that. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be very, very fast for us to take back, so I'm literally just going to do that. We're going to go for 2 fiery catapults as well. I'm just going to look out just in case. Yeah, as you can see, the army is actually coming back. Just going to build one of these. Oh, did not mean to do that. I wanted to literally pause the game right there, but apparently they got in just ahead of time. Oh dear. Well, this might be a bit problematic. Well, I suppose I could kind of say that I'm pretty happy that we have now decided to increase our army size a little bit, because otherwise we would be literally doing this even more outnumbered. But on the one hand, would I have put myself in this situation to begin with? Maybe not. I probably wouldn't have insisted on trying to get that fire catapult built, because that's actually what I was trying to do. I was trying to get that built before anything else happened. Anyway, we're going to have to do this very strategically, very frugally as well, because if we have a situation where we are outnumbered like this, we are going to have to play with extreme prejudice against them. We are going to have to use a lot of force, a lot of brute force. Yes. For those of you that remember that, oh yes, props to you, props to you. Yes, fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to try and play as frugally as I can. In other words, I'm going to try and maintain good amounts of HP, and that's basically all I can do. There's not much more I can do about that. I literally just have to try and eliminate as many enemies as possible and have the best possible accuracy that I can. Let's tell our horse archers and cavalry to charge in while I distract the enemy's cavalry like this. Hopefully my own forces will completely destroy the enemy's infantry and archers. That is all I can hope for. Kinda wish I had more arrows now, to be honest. Maybe I should unequip my shield or something. Okay, I have my new mace. Let's use it. Ah, there we go. That was some amazing damage. Look at that. 54 damage. Didn't even kill the guy. Ah, this mace. No offense, but the mace is very, very bad at fighting on horseback. I mean, as you might expect, I mean, really, it is one of the shortest weapons in the game. It is a cavalry mace, though. That's the funny thing. It is a cavalry mace, so it is one of the lengthier options that you can indeed use. But obviously, it is definitely not something that you're supposed to use all the time, I would say. It's probably just an alternate option, I guess. You know, just an alternate option if you know, push comes to shove and you're, you know, put in a bad situation, then yeah, that's basically it. You know, you're gonna need to do something about that. Anyway, seems like we're actually doing pretty well, amazingly enough. I'm not entirely sure how that's even happening, to be fair, but I guess it's because we just had all of our archers doing a really good job at eliminating the enemy. We are now starting to lose people, however. I'm going to start moving my forces back a little bit while my cavalry continue to deal damage. Gonna move my archers back. And I'm gonna get off my mount, actually. I'm gonna get off my mount because I think that I'm not doing as much damage as I possibly could. Alright, seems like we're not doing too badly. I think the slight retreat order that I gave was decent, but not good enough, because many of our forces are now having to resort to melee attacks, and especially as archers, they're not really going to have the best melee abilities. Ow. Did not want to die. No, 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 no. Oh, he has a crushing weapon. I think that guy has a crushing weapon. My shield is taking a massive battering at the moment. Okay, there we go. Help me out, guys. Yep, there we go. They're helping me a little bit. Oh, yeah, those Falksmen. They do so much damage. Okay, how many enemies do we have left? We have 120, I think, and we have 50. Do you think we can actually achieve victory here? It's not looking good right now. We are outnumbered pretty badly, and I don't know, actually. We have over double the enemy to eliminate, but my forces are really good. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. That was some nice damage right there. Okay, I'm gonna have to get out my 6 arrows, and I will have to kill that guy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Barney. Let's hit this. Oh, you... Why is he... You know, all of a sudden he's literally just like, no, I'm not going to hit anything, sir. I'm not going to hit anything with my bow. I know you want me to, but I will not do that. Yes, exactly. That is always what he's like, isn't it? Okay, the enemy has way too many archers, unfortunately. I'm going to have to get on this Imperial Charger right now, and we are going to... Oh, wow, there's literally no HP on this thing. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little something here. We have 23 versus 42. Don't shoot me. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you, cavalry friends. Yes, you are indeed friends of mine now. Thank you very much. You did a great job. Oh no. Am I dead? Am I dead? Yes, I think I might be. Oh no, I'm alive. I'm alive. Just about. Gonna bring out my bow. Gonna shoot him in the face because he doesn't have a shield. Gonna shoot that guy in the face too, because they're ignoring me, and now I have no arrows. Do you have any arrows, man? Yeah, you do. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, okay. Wow, that was actually really close. That guy's actually trying to shoot me right now, but thankfully he is not so good. Nice. 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 Yes. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I think that is indeed a victory for us. Can you believe it? Oh, okay. That was amazing. Okay, that was amazing. I cannot believe that we literally won that, and we had no casualties? None of our companions died. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I sound disappointed, alright? I'm not disappointed because obviously I do want them to survive, but I'm kind of questioning what's going on with my settings because I haven't changed anything in regards to the death chance. I mean, I've just increased it slightly. So that's it. Very weird. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Anyway, I'm going to... You know what? Because this was such a large army, I'm going to literally take all of them prisoner. I'm going to take all of them prisoner, I'm going to slap them in the dungeon nearby, and then they're just going to stay there. And that's it. And then hopefully my armies are going to be able to make a really, really good push into Battanian territory, while many of their vassals are basically useless and just completely somewhere else, pretty much. That sounds like a really good plan to me, so that's what we're going to try to do. And wow, that's some nice armor, or it should be nice armor, but doesn't seem to be that nice. So kind of weird. Anyway, let's just take that. I can only take a... Are you serious that I can only take this amount? Yeah, it seems like it. Can I take some more horses? Yes, I can. Can take some more horses to hopefully increase the amount that I can carry, but I'm going to be having a herd problem. Am I? No, I don't even have a herd problem. That's kind of weird. Alright, well, I'm not going to take anything else. I mean, I have enough money as it is, kind of. I mean, obviously not to buy things, but still. Okay, so now... I don't think there are going to be any enemies nearby, so I can basically just run along now. But I am going to be moving very slowly. I wouldn't be surprised if many of them actually possibly escape. Oh, are you serious? They got defeated? Another army got defeated. Are you serious? Okay, that's actually kind of bad. Anyway, we're going to give this to Danos. He has nothing because Charas was taken. And he decided that he would just completely ignore the fact that it was being attacked. Weirdly enough. Choose the prisoners to be ransomed. Okay, there we go. And now we're just going to give all of these... There we go. Not too bad. Fantastic. And now what I can do is... I think I'm probably going to go in here, sell a bunch of my armor. Actually, let me just reset that real quick because I want to just get my people a little bit... a couple of upgrades, potentially. And that's exactly what they did, so that's nice. And there's another 200,000 for us as well. Alright, so I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to go to Praven. And I'm going to be putting all these lords... and ladies in the prisoner tower there, and then I'm actually not sure. I'm thinking we're probably going to take some more people out of the garrison here potentially as well. Okay, so let's go to the dungeon. Boom, chuck them all in there. That's what you get. Yes, that is what you get. All right, so let's get some more Sturgians. Let's get some Vlandians. I'm just going to basically take everyone that's high tier. That's it. Just everyone that's super high tier, and, well, it seems like I don't actually have that many, as you can quite clearly tell. Most of my forces are indeed tier 4, because that is what I set them up to be. So we're just going to slightly increase our army size, just a little bit, because most of these are going to perish over time, because they are tier 4, so they do need to level up another 2 times to be able to, start leveling up and being promoted into companions. So there we go. That was actually a fantastic victory for us. Unfortunately, unfortunately they did take the town, which is obviously going to be a bit of a problem for us to take back. But I mean, it should be easy. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be easy to take back, but it's going to be one of those things that just needs to be done. And then we will probably start pushing into Battanian territory a little bit further. And at the moment, we seem to be doing okay. In terms of war exhaustion, I mean. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.